23, 23, and 24. Alas for you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you tithe mint and dill in coming, and you omit the later aspects of the law, justice, mercy, and faith. These you ought to do without omitting the others. Now, the law required Matthew 23.
Verses 23 and 24?
Yeah.
Okay.
The law required tithing certain things. It did not require tithing mint, dill, or cumin. This was just something they went beyond. They were usually used as a gift, going beyond what the tithe. So, for them to tithe this meant they wanted to do extra originally, but then the Pharisees decided, you got to tithe these things, even though God never commanded it. So this, what Jesus is talking about here, is they're burdened down themselves with their own man-made legalism and forgetting what God actually wants from them. And they're worried about
command tithing?
yes, but not of dill. It required it of grain and certain things, but it didn't require it of these things that they were tithing here.
Okay.
But so, and then they forget the simple things, the heart of it. They got the actions, and they go beyond the actions. And it's all works-based. It's never from the heart. They're just doing this to be done, to be seen. They do their little thing to be seen, and then they can pass by several hungry people, not really care, because they did their part.
They're just treating up appearances.
Yes, they overlook what really God wants them to do, because they do what they think God wants. They miss a lot of opportunities because of this. There's people in the church today like this. They just got the mind frame of doing what they expect to do, and then if change comes, they reject it. They got the idea of, I'm going to do this, and when they're not able to, they just give up. And too many times we can get so focused on doing one thing that the issue becomes higher than anything else that God wants for us. That happens with certain things. I've been working with this website, which I found out later the Seventh-day Adventist. For them, that issue is bigger than what it should be. Yeah, I mean, that issue is all they ever talk about, and none of the love of Christ gets in there. Yeah, we can become stuck on one idea and be so focused on that we miss all the others. And he doesn't say that the Pharisees wanting to tithe this extra is bad. He's saying, you do that, that's fine. Just don't miss out on everything else because of it. Yeah. Yes. If our heart ain't in it, we're missing the whole thing. Verse 24. Blind leaders, who strain out of the gnat, but swallow the camel. So, I have no idea what that means.
It just goes along with the rest of it.
They were blind. I'll focus on that part. They couldn't see where God was taking them. So they wouldn't be able to lead people in the path of God. But when there's people out there that don't know what the path of God for them is, and don't know what God wants, they ain't gonna be able to have others following the path of God because they don't know it.
I think if you read the rest of this context, at 25 and 26,
Yeah.
I believe what he's probably saying there, and I could be wrong, is the Pharisees, what says would strain at a gnat, a natural small,
Yeah.
and swallow a camel, and a camel real big. I think he's trying to say
They worry about the little things.
Pharisees are, telling everybody else what's wrong with the little things, while they themselves have really big things.
Okay.
Basically, because right after
So it's not stressing on the little
right after they
things.
call them hypocrites, it said, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! You may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but
Okay.
within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blood Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup, and platter
Okay.
then outside." I guess it's more
That makes
just like
sense.
we said, it's an image thing versus a heart thing. Like they focus on these little minute things that were the big picture.
And they're missing the big
Right.
picture.
The gospel.
Too many times the church can fall in that place where they worry about certain doctrinal things that they focus.
Split up over the color of the carpet.
Yes, it's stupid things that split us, divide us.
Doctrine.
Usually it ain't even scriptural.
Like
Usually
people
it's
getting knocked down, dragged out over.
people have asked to leave church because
People getting knocked down, dragged out over
yes.
the end times.
People have been asked to leave church because they don't wear the right clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, we worry about the little things oftentimes and don't even worry about the big picture that they're wanting to follow God.
You want to lose sight of the big picture.
I say the Pharisees rejected a lot of people because they weren't a certain class.
Yeah, that's what it is. Not that
And there may have been people who really wanted to serve God, but they didn't have what the Pharisees were looking for, so they turned them away. But their leadership, they didn't truly know God, because if they would have accepted Jesus. So wherever they were leading them, he was all in darkness.